This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. Azerbaijan's Ministry of Foreign Affairs announced today that the country has filed an arbitration claim against Armenia at the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague, citing Armenia's alleged violations of the 1979 Berne Convention on the Conservation of European Wildlife and Natural Habitats. Azerbaijan claims it has gathered evidence that Armenia failed to protect biodiversity in Nagorno-Karabakh, causing severe environmental harm. It is seeking full reparations from Armenia for damage from industries such as logging and mining. This is the first interstate arbitration case based on the Berne Convention, and it aligns with Azerbaijan's ongoing strategy of accusing Armenia of environmental violations. The new filing contradicts Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan's proposal that both countries mutually withdraw legal cases against each other, as a step forward in normalizing relations. In deference to this plan, Yerevan has so far refrained from taking action against Baku at the International Criminal Court, though it has the ability to since joining the body last year. Meanwhile, Armenian civil society groups have encouraged Pashinyan to not abandon the legal cases in pursuit of a deal, emphasizing the importance of maintaining legal pressure in international courts. Azerbaijan's new filing gives added weight to those arguments. The likelihood of Armenia constructing a modular nuclear power plant is low, according to its former deputy minister for energy infrastructures. Speaking at a panel discussion on energy security organized by CivilNet, Hakob Vardanyan stressed the need for caution in selecting nuclear technology, particularly small modular reactors. Despite the government's strategic decision announced by Pashinyan last September to pursue an SMR, Vardanyan noted that these reactors remain untested, carry significant financial risks, and are not yet operational anywhere in the world. Vardanyan suggested that Armenia's interest in SMRs may be driven more by geopolitical positioning than by practical energy needs. This aligns with deepening Armenian-American cooperation in nuclear energy, including the Strategic Cooperation Agreement signed last month and negotiations for Armenia to join the U.S. 123 Agreement to import civilian nuclear technology. He emphasized that while modular nuclear reactors are often associated with Western technology, Russia also has small nuclear reactor designs. Given Armenia's long-term commitments to nuclear partners, he advocated for a cautious and pragmatic approach, recommending a reactor of up to 600 megawatts capacity as a more viable alternative. Astkhine Pasoyan, director of the Energy Efficient Foundation, underscored the importance of economic feasibility in nuclear decisions. She warned against politically driven choices that could raise electricity costs. Panelists agreed that a larger 1,000 megawatt plant would be unsustainable without regional electricity exports and could stifle Armenia's renewable energy sector. For now, the Metsamor nuclear power plant, operating since 1976, supplies about one-third of Armenia's electricity and is scheduled to operate until 2036. Armenia currently imports its nuclear fuel from Russia, which has almost half of the world's uranium deposits. Vardanyan also turned to the pressing topic of gas fuel, which Armenia imports from Russia at the heavily discounted price of approximately $170 per 1,000 cubic meters. According to Vardanyan, Armenia cannot replace it with Iranian gas, as it is nearly twice as expensive with significant technical supply challenges. Armenia imports Iranian gas through a 140-kilometer pipeline commissioned in 2007 and owned by the Armenian subsidiary of the Russian giant Gazprom. It repays Iran with a swap of electricity, providing 3 kilowatt-hours per cubic meter of gas. Iran has never reached the pipeline's capacity of 6 million cubic meters per day, and has had trouble sustaining the supply. Even if Russian gas prices rise, Vardanyan believes they will remain cheaper than Iranian imports. He pointed out that Iran prioritizes larger buyers like Turkey, making competitive pricing for Armenia unlikely. Russia's gas pricing for Armenia is seen as politically motivated, with Armenia paying one of the lowest rates after Belarus. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 12. That's the number of finalists who are contending to represent Armenia at Eurovision, to be held this May in Basel, Switzerland. The winner will be chosen during the Depi Yevratesil competition this Sunday at the Hamalir Stadium. Some of the more notable performers include Flora Bichakchian, Athena Manukyan, Sevagir, and Altsite. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.